Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Nicole Williams. It's been almost 4 months to the day since an employee opened fire inside the Mueller water plant in Albertville. The shooter severely injuring 2 employees and fatally wounded 2 others before taking his own life.
Y31's Nicole Zedek spoke with a nonprofit raising money for all of those impacted by the shooting, both mentally and physically.
Behind me is the Mueller water plant, where a workplace shooting took place just months ago. And now, a national nonprofit is working with the close-knit community of Albertville to help the people impacted by this tragedy.
We opened a fund in Albertville within a week of when the shooting happened.
Jeffrey Dion is the executive director of the National Compassion Fund.
It's a nonprofit that collects and distributes charitable contributions in the aftermath of mass casualty crimes.
He's working alongside 8 other community leaders to come up with guidelines for how to distribute money from the Albertville Survivors Fund.
We work with a local steering committee, and that's important because it's got to be people in the local community that make the decisions about eligibility and distribution.
The Albertville Survivors Fund has already raised more than $260,000 for those impacted by the Mueller plant shooting.
100% of the money that's been donated is going to go to the people directly impacted by this event.
David Horton and Lee Dobbins were both fatally wounded during the workplace shooting. Isaac Bird and Casey Sampson were seriously injured, and according to the draft protocol for the fund, they're still receiving treatment for their injuries. The fund will not only help families of those wounded, it'll also support employees suffering from psychological trauma.
We want to make sure that no one's left out, and we honor the intention of the donors who wanted to help the people impacted by this horrible crime.
There will be a town hall meeting next Tuesday at Snead State Community College to get public input on the draft protocol for distributing funds so they can then finalize it by the end of the month. Reporting in Albertville, Nicole Zedek, Y31 News.
Applications for the funds open in November, and all recipients should receive their donations by the end of the year.